morning, sir. We have a problem here. We have oil in the water. We're located at the...
It might happen on any day.
We put about 15 barrels of heavy fuel.
It can happen for any number of reasons. But when it happens to your vessel, you are responsible.
We have a strong ebb tide, and the fuel is being spread by the tide. And there is also...
Federal and state law requires spill cleanup be immediate, that relief from the spill be complete. Failure to cooperate will be costly. Civil penalties, criminal prosecution. The responsible party may be held liable for triple the costs of the cleanup. Failure to comply may even affect limits on their liabilities. They must take responsibility.
There's no injuries on board. Everybody is okay, but the oil is flowing down the waterway. Can you assist? Over.
Washington state law is unique, stricter than federal regulations. It requires an approved oil spill response plan aboard all tank barges and ships carrying petroleum products, and on commercial vessels of 300 gross tons or more, including passenger, cargo, and fishing vessels. And equipment listed in the response plan must be readily available to the vessel. For many companies, the best way to fulfill the requirement is through membership in a non-profit marine cooperative serving the industry. In Canadian waters, contact the Chamber of Shipping. On the lower Columbia River, it's the Maritime Fire Safety Association. And for Washington State navigable waters other than the Columbia River, it's the Washington State Maritime Cooperative, or WSMC. WSMC is the most effective, cost-efficient way to comply with Washington State's law. Members are simply assessed a fee for each transit in the area. There are 4 key services WSMC provides members. Number 1, they fulfill the law with a blanket oil spill response plan that covers member vessels transiting WSMC waters. Number 2, they provide a radio communication service under contract for 24-hour notification. Number 3, on report of a spill or threatened spill, they immediately provide an incident commander and, if necessary, an incident command organization to initiate the plan. And number 4, to react quickly, WSMC contracts with spill response personnel and equipment. Because with a spill, quick response saves money and resources. WSMC maintains a constant state of readiness on behalf of members, conducting readiness drills, participating in planning meetings with ports, local, state, and federal agencies, tribal nations, other cleanup cooperatives, even bordering states and countries. And WSMC's primary contractor has equipment pre-staged throughout the area: response vessels, boom equipment, skimmers, tankage, and qualified personnel. Member fees help improve response readiness in the Puget Sound region. Due to WSMC contracts, over $2 million worth of new equipment is in the area. Many say that without WSMC, they couldn't afford to comply with the Washington state law. Although vessels must be covered by a plan, coverage by WSMC is not automatic. You must enroll. A blanket enrollment covers 1 or more vessels and multiple transits for vessels. This membership in the cooperative is the most efficient enrollment. For vessels making a single transit, an individual form can be used to enroll for that transit. The enrollment form includes the complete agreement with WSMC and outlines services and responsibilities. Each member then receives the WSMC Covered Vessel Field Guide for Emergency Oil Spill Response. It's the primary reference for WSMC and spill response fundamentals. It provides vital information, including emergency procedures, notification lists and numbers, an initial spill report showing information required. It outlines the responsibilities of the spiller, the federal and state roles and responsibilities, explanations of the incident command system, and provides contractors and guidelines for safety and disposal of debris. Members must ensure each vessel has a guide readily accessible on the bridge as required by state law. The field guide is accompanied by the bridge placard for a quick reference. As a member, the company or agent agrees to provide WSMC written notification through the Marine Exchange 24 hours in advance of the vessel's transit. It will include vessel name, owner-operator, authorized agent, destination, and cargo. All of this is outlined in the Covered Vessel Field Guide. Should a spill happen, the field guide outlines the procedures and responsibilities. First, stop the product flow into the water. Secure pumps. Close valves. Isolate damaged cargo holds and transfer product. Warn personnel implementing safety procedures and security measures. The captain will position the vessel for safety. Shut off sources of ignition. Close hatches. Contain and control the spill. Use berms and booms to contain. Secure the deck. Do not use dispersants on the oil. These require strict governmental approvals and can result in substantial fines and penalties. As the crew begins efforts to contain the spill, use the field guide listing to notify the Washington State Maritime Cooperative. Put them to work immediately. They can even help you make notifications. The guidebook has an initial spill report with information to provide WSMC. Location, material spilled, quantities, injuries, conditions, areas threatened, and other relevant background. But report as soon as possible. Never delay initial reporting to gather information. Next, it is required by law that you notify the U.S. Coast Guard. This is the responsibility of the spiller. This number is in the guide. The captain or agent must then notify the Emergency Management Division. This is the lead agency regarding environmental pollution and will represent all state agencies. You'll also find their number in the field guide. On request, WSMC can contact the Coast Guard and Department of Emergency Management on your behalf, but legal responsibility is with the vessel. The member maintains full legal and financial responsibility of all oil spill reporting and cleanup requirements of state, federal, and local law. WSMC is there to initiate response resources and provide cleanup management. They'll use contractors and procedures designated in the contingency plan or approved by regulatory agencies. On notification, WSMC immediately provides an individual to serve as incident commander for a 24-hour window. WSMC maintains a ready spill fund to initially finance the operation. With the response underway, the cooperative will notify the listed owner or agent about the incident. They will confirm the owner's financial liability and responsibilities. An assurance of payment by the vessel owner or its insurance underwriters to replenish the spill fund must be provided. In addition, they will discuss the owner's plan to assume control of the response organization sometime during the first 24 hours. The 24-hour window allows the responsible party time to take over. The owner's on-scene presence should be established as soon as possible, typically within 8 to 12 hours, limited primarily by travel time. The response organization that the owner will take over will include a unified command managing an incident command structure. In Washington State, unified command includes the Coast Guard, the Washington Department of Ecology, the WSMC Incident Commander, a representative of the vessel owner, and any other local agency or tribal representative that may be involved. The unified command would oversee the 5 functional areas of incident command: the command staff, planning, operations, logistics, and finance. Staffing would be flexible and dynamic, depending on the spill. It may involve a single person managing all areas or hundreds of people. The size of the incident command system will be determined by the incident commander at the scene. During the initial hours of the spill, WSMC will fill the system using WSMC directors, employees, contractors, and federal and state agency personnel. To assume control during the 24-hour window, members should already have plans on who will fill these roles. Most will continue to follow the WSMC plan, but you must follow a state-approved plan. In fact, members should establish practice drills to take over management of a spill. Because if arrangements are not made for continued management by hour 24, the U.S. Coast Guard may take over the cleanup, billing the owner for expenses, damages, and penalties. For recommendations on response preparations, members can contact WSMC, their P&I club, or pollution underwriter. At the spill, pre-staged equipment, vessels, and personnel are readily available through WSMC's primary contractor. Equipment for containment operations such as booming, recovery operations such as skimming, and the use of oil recovery vessels. containment, recovery, cleanup, restoration, disposal operations. Studies show that a fast and effective initial response saves money. WSMC supports members during the vital first 24 hours of a spill, as members organize their own response. Charges for response management and cleanup services are billed to the responsible vessel owner. But WSMC services are provided on a non-profit basis as a maritime cooperative. They've improved this concept, adding services not offered by other co-ops. They not only provide the response plan, but offer an immediate local spill management team, incident command services, and contractor services on 24-hour standby. WSMC maintains working relationships with federal, state, and local agencies through meetings and drills. The services of WSMC continue to grow, reflecting a strong commitment to a cleaner marine environment, a commitment shared by all members: fishing vessels, cargo ships, tank barges, tank ships, passenger vessels. Washington State Maritime Cooperative, standing by 24 hours a day. For membership, call 206-448-7557.